Hey, it's Jonny, and it's time to preview Lakeshore Lancer Football. Your Lakeshore Lancer preview brought to you by our friends at Lazer Graphics. Give them the stuff they want from Lazer Graphics, lazergraphics.com. That's Laser with a Z. Al Pasholka joining me, and the Lakeshore Lancers struggling a little bit this year. 0-2, tough game last week. I was actually at that game, and it just seemed like they just couldn't put anything together against a very tough Niles team.
Hey, Niles is really good up front on that offensive line. And the previous week against St. Joe, they were missing one of their tackles and their best running back. Both those guys were back last week. Paul Hess had a big game running the football. Hamilton was back on that offensive line. That is a really, really good Niles offensive line. And they've got two excellent running backs in Sam Rucker and in Paul Hess. And we're just having a real hard time stopping the run. And when to get to 2nd and 2, 2nd and 1, boy, that opens up the whole playbook. They got wide on us, got those wing backs moving, and yeah, nice effort from Niles. And I was talking to some of the folks in Niles before the game, and they really were especially fired up for this game, thinking they should have won last year in Stevensville. And they're right. They probably should have, but it was a great comeback by Lakeshore to get that win. And Niles came out with a vengeance, and they played extremely well. So I think you'll see more kids probably from Lakeshore playing both ways. Maybe some of those offensive linemen trying to play a little bit of defensive line and give us a little more size in the middle of that line, and that'll help. And they'll need it because Portage Central is another team, likes to run the football. They've run the veer for 40 years. They're not going to do anything different. They'll line up with split backs, run the veer. They're going to come right at you. You better stop it.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for those guys. But yeah, you're exactly right that Coach Thompson probably is saying, all right, let's change some things up, because when you have an 0-2 start, then you start to really look at in practice, like, all right, let's change some things up, especially personnel wise. That's a great way to kind of spark something for offense or defense to get something going.
And we're playing a lot of sophomores, and this is a really talented sophomore group, but the varsity level is a different speed. It's just the speed of the varsity game, a lot different than when you're playing in middle school or you're playing freshman football, and it'll be a little bit. So, but I think later in the season, you'll see these 10th graders grow up and really do a nice job. They'll have to grow up quickly. So with Portage Central coming to town, and you don't want to go down 0-3 and have to win 6 straight to try to qualify for the playoffs or win 5 out of 6. So for Portage Central and for Lakeshore, it's a pretty big game. And we've had some really, really tight games with these guys that have come down to an extra point or a single possession. And we could be looking at that type of situation again. They've started 0-2, lost a tough one last week to Forest Hill Central. That's a team that played in the Dome in the finals in Division II. And lost 7-0. So Portage has only scored 7 points all season, and he's been outscored 38-7.
Extra thing going on, Friday football tailgate going to be there as well to start things off. Are you going to make an appearance on that?
Oh yeah, no, I'm scheduled right around 5:45. I think Ryan's got me coming in, and that'll be fun. I mean, nice idea. He's a very talented guy, and looking forward to trying to hype up the crowd a little bit.
Absolutely. It should be a pretty decent sized crowd, probably. I'm sure a lot of kids and families coming down from Portage Central as well.
Yeah, they travel really well. They'll have a big group there, and it'll be fun. So, hey, where else would you want to be on a Friday night with the fireworks and the band and everything else going on? Still going to be a great Friday night. Should be about 75, 76 degrees. Beautiful football evening, and we're looking forward to it. So come on out if you can. If you can't, just turn on 97.5. It's easy. Or get online. YCountry or 97.5ycountry.com.
Yes, sir. And hopefully some more fireworks being shoot off because of touchdowns being scored by Lakeshore.
Yes, Lakeshore touchdowns. Yes. So all you people in Lincoln Township, hide the dogs. We're going to score some touchdowns this week.
It should be, like you said, a great game. Looking forward to it. These teams both 0-2, but they got definitely something to play for to get this season going for both of them. So looking forward to it. As you said, you can listen to the game right here on 97.5 Y Country and at 97.5ycountry.com and on the app as well. And your pregame starts around 6:45?
around 6:45. We'll take it. A little interview with Danny Thompson and get you ready to go.
Looking forward to that. Al, always love chatting with you about Lakeshore football, and let's get ourselves a win for the Lancers.
All right. Thank you, my friend. Let's go Red.
Your Lakeshore Lancer preview is brought to you by our friends at Lazer Graphics. Give them the stuff they want from Lazer Graphics. Go to lazergraphics.com. That's